Good morning. I'm Eileen Doherty, Executive Director of the Colorado Gerontological Society. As the director of the society, a nonprofit organization, older adults often tell us they didn't know about many programs, services, and benefits for which they are eligible. One of the main goals with this radio program, Senior Answers, in partnership with Legends Radio, is to share information and help you to know more about these services. As the saying goes, it ain't over until it's over. The senior homestead property tax exemption for 2026 taxes paid in 2027 will continue to be available for older adults age 65 and over. As some of you may know, we were very concerned about that several months ago. The homestead exemption provides a 50% reduction for the first $200,000 of assessed value on your home if you have lived in the home for 10 years or more. If you have previously received the homestead exemption, you should not have to take any action. If you turn 65 in 2025 or 2026, you can apply for the senior homestead exemption before July 15th, 2026, to take advantage of the tax credit in 2027. If you miss the July 15th deadline, there are some exceptions, so go ahead and check with your county assessor. You can get a copy of the form online at our website, or you can just contact your county assessor's office, and you only need to apply for the homestead exemption once. But I have some other exciting news this week. For years, older adults have complained that if they move, they lose the senior homestead exemption due to the rule that you have to live in the home for 10 years or more. A couple of years ago, the legislature provided a pilot program to allow people to take advantage of the portability bill or portability of the homestead exemption, as it is often known as. This year, Senator Mike Wiseman was able to pass the Qualified Senior Primary Residence Real Property Tax Exemption Credit and make it permanent. Now, I know that that's a really big mouthful. The portability bill, as this bill is often referred to, allows homeowners who had previously received the senior homestead exemption and moved to another residence to be able to continue to receive the tax credit without the 10-year waiting period. So what this means is that homeowners who have moved and think that they may be qualified for this qualified senior primary residence tax exemption should contact their county assessor. The governor has been very supportive of making this homestead exemption permanent, but he is expected to sign this bill in the next week or so. Now I'd like to switch from the legislative front in Colorado to other issues that we would like to share about a new Medicare benefit. Some of you may recall that some years ago on an annual physical, Senator Michael Bennet was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Since then, Senator Bennet has become an advocate for cancer screenings. We are pleased to report that the multi-cancer early detection screening test, which has been shepherded by Senator Bennet, has been approved by Congress. The multi-cancer early detection screening test is a blood test that can be done on your next visit to the doctor, or even more importantly, as part of your annual wellness exam, which is covered by Medicare. This legislation is very significant as it also now provides for procedures that are covered or approved by the FDA to be immediately covered by Medicare without any waiting periods. The multi-screening early detection screening test has been approved by the FDA, so your primary care physician can order the blood test and it will be paid by Medicare. There are benefits to having this blood test. If you know you are at risk of some type of cancer, you can consider your options in advance and decide what changes to your lifestyle you would like to make, changes to your medication regimen, or any other decisions you may want to make. Some people will argue that they would rather not know, and that is fair as well. The testing is definitely optional, but is another tool in your doctor's toolbox to provide you with the care you need. Treatment often is much more successful if cancer is detected in the early stages of the disease rather than if it is detected later. Similarly, there's now a blood test available to do very early detection and screening for colon cancer. While the accuracy is only about 80% of detecting colon cancer earlier, it is being viewed as another screening test that can help to detect colon cancer while it is in the earlier stages. Doctors admit that this test is not as good as a colonoscopy, but they also admit that the compliance rate with doing colonoscopies on a recommended preventive schedule is not very high. The blood test is seen as another way to improve care and is covered by Medicare. And the last thing I want to talk about today is the Salute to Seniors. It is scheduled in person for August 22nd, 2026 from 9:30 to 3 p.m. at the Greek Events Center at 4610 East Alameda Avenue. This is the 37th year of the annual Salute to Seniors. As usual, we will have lots of resources and information on services for older adults. Additionally, we are looking forward to a fashion show by Vicky's Boutique, a familiar program or exhibit at many of the other senior events in the Denver area. There will also be clothing for sale. We will have a classic car show, again, by Forney Museum of Transportation. They are bringing not only classic cars, but they are bringing some motorcycles. We will have bingo and much more. Snacks and light beverages will be available. Vivage and Crestmoor Long-Term Care are major sponsors, as well as Devoted Healthcare. Vivage will be handing out popcorn and ice cream throughout the day. The Salute will also feature educational programs again this year, including a presentation on Medicare fraud by our friends from the Centers for Medicare and Medicare Services, eye health, brain health, and much more. Admission is free, but RSVPs are encouraged at our website at www.senioranswersandservices. Additionally, we will be hosting the virtual Salute to Seniors on August the 23rd from 11 to 12:30 p.m. with some of the same features as the in-person event. And lastly, this morning, we are sad to report that the 50-plus Marketplace News, a senior newspaper which has been a staple in our community on senior issues, is going out of business. For the past several years, they have been only a virtual publication, but now they are officially closing their doors. A big shout out to Robert Tremblay for 35 years of service to the metro area, Boulder, and Larimer and Weld County. The 50-plus Marketplace News has been a sponsor of many, many, many events in the Denver area, and at its height, reported a distribution and readership of almost 300,000 readers. We are especially thankful to Robert and his team for the many years of services that he has provided to our community. Additionally, we want to share with you that we have many other programs and services that you may be interested in at the Colorado Gerontological Society. If you would like to get on our email or our texting list, please let us know, you can call at 303-333-3482, or you can sign up at our website under Contact Us with your name, address, and telephone number. Some of our services this year include mental health services if you live in the city and county of Denver. This provides clinical mental health counseling for older adults. Similarly, we provide telephone buddy services for those who live in the city and county of Denver as well. You can have a volunteer who will call you regularly to provide you with ongoing telephone calls. Another program that we are very proud of is monthly. We provide an aging in place and or advanced care planning virtual program. This usually covers many different items. The can include things like powers of attorney. It can include things like how to get Medicaid services to help you stay in your own home. Could include things like where to get help for minor home repairs, how to write contracts. So it's a wide variety of topics. Also covers things like conservatorships, guardianships, funeral planning, having conversations with your family about how you want your care for end of life. So it's a wide range of topics that can be helpful to you as you grow older. Other services that we are providing will be available later in the year is our Medicare outreach, and we'll be providing you additional information as the year goes forward. That brings us to a close today. We know that we have covered a lot of different topics, but hope that that is helpful to you as you continue to enjoy quality of life in your later years. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, visit our website at senioranswers.org or our YouTube channel. I simply find it by doing youtube.com, putting in Colorado Gerontological Society, and our various playlists and other videos will appear. If you still have questions, you can call 303-333-3482. And we want to give a big thank you to Legends Radio for supporting this program to bring information to older adults in Colorado.